guys, welcome back to our channel. This is my video for this week, and this week's topic is going to be on abortion. And I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions on it, and the fact that they think it's murder, and this and that, and I'm here to tell you my opinions and the amount of research that I have as per normal. Nothing has changed, nothing will change. So, yeah. So, I went to a lot of websites, as I normally do, for these kind of videos, and did my research, and I found a lot. And, yeah, that's my reaction to it. So, without further ado, let's get all started. Alright, so, abortion. At the center of the abortion debate is a fundamental disagreement over a pregnant person's right to choose to terminate a pregnancy. Basically, what that means, that's not the definition of an abortion, by the way. That's just something from an article that will be linked down below that I have found. And basically what that means is that it's the right for a woman that owns her own body gets to choose whether or not she should or should not have this little baby. And if you ask me, abortions are totally okay. If you want an abortion, do not be ashamed of that. It is your choice. It is your body. No man, no system of government, and no other woman can tell you that it is not okay. If it is detrimental to your health to have a child, please go see a doctor and see what you can do, because sometimes childbirth can not only kill the mother, it can also kill the baby too. So if you are married, that would put a damper on your husband or your wife, or whatever you're into. So please, if it is detrimental to your own health and you physically cannot have a child, please go get an abortion to save your own life. If you would like a child, I suggest going and getting a surrogate baby, or, I don't like the phrase, but a test tube baby, or go adopt a baby, or even adopt a 5-year-old, so you don't have to worry about all the baby stuff like changing diapers and junk. Now, the actual definition of abortion is the deliberate termination of a human pregnancy, most often performed during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean, oh, hey, I'm going to get this baby aborted while it's fully grown and has a beating heart. No. The first 28 weeks of a pregnancy, you're still not fully formed, like, at all. There is no formation. You're literally just a bunch of cells. And you kind of look like a little raisin or a jelly bean. You're probably about this big if you're going to be aborted, And there's no heartbeat. There's no formation. You might see, like, some eyes, but they're more like just little black circles. They're barely formed. They're the size of a jelly bean. So it's not murder because it's not even formed yet. And it's not even a fetus yet. And it's just a bunch of cells that you're taking out of your body before it even becomes a baby. Now, if you change your mind on getting an abortion, that is fine. But remember, once you change your mind about not getting one, you cannot go back. The only way you can go back is by putting your child up for adoption. Which, by the way, I have some stuff on that too. So please stick around if you're still watching this. There are some groups of pro-choice that I would like to address and put in this video. You have Planned Parenthood, National Association for the Repeal of Abortion Laws, and Center of Reproductive Rights. So go do your research on that. Planned Parenthood actually does more than abortions, believe it or not. People are trying to get that shut down because all they do is abortions. No, they do vaccines, they do COVID checks, they do a lot more than what you think they do. And it'll also be linked down below. All of them will be. When you have your pro-life groups, the Karen groups, the National Organization for Women, National Rights to Live, and Operation Rescue. Which, it's not a rescue. If a woman wants a abortion, it is not a rescue. It is literally getting rid of some cells in your body. And a lot of people can't look past that because it's like, oh, you're pregnant, congratulations. Think about this. And here are some reasons why abortions should be legal. You have rape victims. They do not want to carry that child. A rape victim that ends up pregnant does not want to carry that child and does not want that child to live that life. It is hard for them. A lot of people who have their baby conceived by their attacker dread it, and they wish they would have done something about it. And putting them up for adoption isn't even a good idea anyway, because it takes forever for a kid to get adopted, and not a lot of people want to adopt children because they want their own. And the people that do adopt them, the process takes forever. And foster care also is just not healthy because sometimes the foster parents are abusive, they molest the children, but they do a lot of stuff we don't see. And I think foster homes should be background checked. If you are going to put your kid up for adoption or a foster home, please at least look into those people before you give your child up, because even if you physically cannot pay for said child, you have to at least know that your kid is being taken care of. The birth of a child could kill the mother or the child, or the mother and the child. So there are medical diseases out there where if you get pregnant, you can die from childbirth. And before anyone comes at me in the comments or just comes at me in general, think about this. Sometimes Plan B doesn't work. Sometimes the birth control doesn't work. Sometimes the condom rips. You can't always prevent a pregnancy. And people are always like, abstinence is key. Well, here, sorry to break it to you, Karen. Rapists exist. And they shouldn't exist. And they shouldn't be touching women inappropriately. And vice versa. Abstinence doesn't mean shiz when you have been raped. Okay? So, for the women out there shaming rape victims, picture it there. Picture it. Just picture it. Okay? That is for you. And I hope you enjoy it. And to the rape victims out there, honey, you're fine. It's okay. It was not your fault. I want you to know that. Okay? You are a strong, beautiful woman. Your outfit had nothing to do with it, okay? The way your beauty shines through, that has nothing to do with it either. They chose you because they're sick. And it is not your fault. You are not to blame, okay? And I want you to know that I love you and I support you when no one else does. Okay? I have friends that have personally went through some ish like this. And it's not fair. And if you were a virgin at the time, you are still a virgin. That person did not take your virginity, and they never will, okay? That is not theirs. That is still yours, and you need to own that. And if you are pregnant and you do not feel like bringing that cute little baby into the world, don't do it. Because, first of all, when they get older, you're going to have to tell them their story. And sometimes kids are mean. They are going to bully that baby. And sometimes, I hate to say it, that child ends up committing suicide, and that is not okay. And it's bad, and it's sad, and I feel for you, and I am so sorry. I'm not a mom at all by all means, but I do have siblings, and it roots in me very deeply because in the future I do want to have kids, no matter who I end up with, okay? Now that that is over, before we get too emotional, sex workers and adult entertainers. The porn industry. Sometimes there's a little slip up, or sometimes it's planned. You know, they do their business, and they do the thing, and if the thing's in the thing, monetization. And if they get pregnant, their career is over until they're done. Sometimes they won't even get rehired because they got a little baby belly and some baby fat that they need to get rid of. And some of them quit because they have a child and they love their child, which is fine. But to the adult entertainers, some of them, that is their life, and that's how they pay the bills, and they like their job, and that's just what they do and what they plan on wanting to do until they don't. And I think that they should be allowed to have abortions if they get pregnant by another adult entertainer. Simply if you don't want to have a kid. If you had a one-night stand and the man actually brought some protection, and it rips and you find out you're pregnant and you don't even know who he is because you were drunk that night, I can understand that. Go get it taken care of, sis. Go get that taken care of. You didn't even know the guy. You don't want labels on you that you don't even deserve. Go get it. Go get it done. If you're not financially able to take care of said child. A lot of people will argue with this, and it's fine. Go ahead, argue, but be respectful down there in the comments. What that basically means, if you don't understand, is if you get pregnant and you're so excited, and this is what you've wanted for a long time, but you don't have the funds to take care of your child, you can give them up for adoption, but I hate that idea because a lot of kids don't even get adopted and they're stuck in their adoption center or wherever they are until they are 18 and they just go parentless. So if you can't take care of your child, don't get pregnant. I know that's backhanded, but try not to. Take your precautions, do what you gotta do, and if you do get pregnant, maybe see if people can help you out if you still want to keep the kid. There's nothing wrong with that. Save a child from sitting in an adoption center or a foster home for years. Like I said, sometimes they just sit there and they sit there and they sit there and they don't get a home. They don't get a family. They're stuck where they're at until they're an adult. And by that time, a family doesn't even really matter to them because it's like, I'm an adult now. I grew up without a family. I learned everything in school. I got taken care of by whoever. But sometimes it could be good or bad. You can be stuck in a good foster home and you're like, hey, this is my family. I love it here. I don't want to leave. Because sometimes it happens, or you'll get adopted by your foster parent. But other times it goes in the wrong direction and the wrong people get your child and they don't take care of them. They do quite the opposite, and it's disgusting. And I don't want to go into what a lot of foster parents do to their foster kids. Now, cons of making it illegal. You will have lots of women using wire hangers, women throwing themselves down the stairs, developing unhealthy habits to kill said child inside that's not really a child yet, like smoking, drinking, and whatever else. Medical issues that could kill the mother and the child. Back in the 50s, which we'll get into that literally in a second, a lot of women would go and get underground abortions, which would basically be illegal abortions. Sometimes the doctors had very little tools, so they wouldn't lose their jobs. Sometimes it wasn't even doctors, sometimes it was drug dealers, and they would bring the mother whatever they needed to get rid of the baby before it becomes a baby. Lots of women would do it by themselves with a wire coat hanger, and that is why they are no longer made, is because of that reason. A lot of women would die because they didn't know what they were doing, and they couldn't go get a real one, young or older, to get an abortion because they would be frowned upon. If you were 16 in the 50s and you got pregnant, you were out of luck unless you physically did it yourself. And if your parents knew, you'd be labeled a whore, and you would be a disgrace to your family, and they would see you less of a woman and more of a tramp. Now, abortion in the 50s, and I'm going to read it to you. It was deadly for women to get abortions because it was done underground. The women who sought underground abortions during the post-war years faced sexual assaults, excruciating pain, and sometimes death. In 1961, the Saturday Evening Post revealed the awful realities of illegal abortion. The governor of Alabama, Kay Ivey, signed the Alabama Human Life Protection Act, into law. Nothing that extremely restrictive and controversial ban may be unenforceable, but will likely act as a call on the U.S. Supreme Court to revisit its 1973 decision, Roe versus Wade. And I didn't know what this was until I looked it up. And now I know what it is. And if you are a woman and you are pro-choice, you will quickly know whose side to be on. So, Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade in 1973 was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled the Constitution of the United States protects the pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion without excessive government restriction. Basically, the government taking over a whole nation of women's bodies, which is wrong, by the way, because we are not owned by you, okay? I am my own person. If I get pregnant and I decide, I can't do this and I want an abortion, I should so have that right to choose. And so should any other woman. Anyway, it struck down many U.S. state and federal abortion laws and prompted an ongoing national debate in the United States about whether and to what extent abortion should be legal, who should decide the legality of abortion, and what methods the Supreme Court should use in constitutional adjudication, and what the role of the religious and moral views in the political sphere should be. And again, religion and politics do not mix. I do not care who you are. They don't mix for a lot of reasons. They get people in trouble. And moral views. It is not morally wrong to have an abortion. I do not care who you are. I respect your opinion. But I need you to know there are reasons a woman gets an abortion. And those reasons are not for you to know unless they tell you. Anyway, Roe v. Wade reshaped American politics, dividing much of the United States into abortion rights and anti-abortion movements, while activating grassroots movements. So I looked that up. Grassroots Law Project is bridging the gap between grassroots organization and legal expertise in criminal justice reform by bringing millions of us together to address the most pressing and egregious failures of the system, hold powerful actors accountable, and advocate for deep structural change. Now, grassroots in general is the most basic level of an activity or an organization. So, basically, it's just an active group of something, and they take care of it, and it's just basic, it's simple, not too complicated. Now, I did even more research, so sit tight. There are some states, oof, man, makes me sick to my stomach, that have made abortion so illegal that it's not only frowned upon, but you could get arrested for it. And there are some lovely states that didn't make it illegal, but some states, they're frowned upon, but you can get them. Some states, they don't care. If you gotta get one, go get one. You'll see a picture around here somewhere of the states that do allow and don't allow abortions, but I'm going to read you the ones that don't allow. States that don't allow abortions: North Dakota, South Dakota, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Montana, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio. Come on, Ohio, my hometown. Really? You gotta be like that? I thought we were better than that. Guess not. Wisconsin, South Carolina, Mississippi, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indianapolis, and Louisiana. Those are the states that do not allow abortions under any circumstances. They don't care if the child could possibly kill the mother. They don't care if you are a rape victim. They don't care if you cannot afford to take care of your child. You will have this baby, and you will find a way to take care of it, or you put it up for adoption. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you know what I say to that? That's stupid. These women could die. These children that are born from conceived by rape will be made fun of and will eventually kill themselves because of it. And the government does not care about that. They really do not. And I think we need to come together, settle our differences, put opinions aside, and get the facts and talk about that instead of, oh, but you're murdering that poor baby, and oh, no, I'm not. It's literally just a clump of cells, and men shouldn't control women's bodies. We got to get rid of all of that. Sit down, get together, do research, and see why abortion can be so beneficial. And I know there's a lot of college classes out there that want you to write about controversial topics, and they always say, don't talk about abortion, don't talk about marijuana, find something else. Don't find something else. Come to this video, get your facts, links are down below. If you are in school, use this video, use this channel for whatever topic you need. These videos, they will never be deleted, and if you, for some reason, can't watch the video, and it gets taken down because we have facts or whatever, come to me personally on my Instagram. If you don't know what my Instagram is or my Twitter, literally go to my other YouTube channel, Gracie Baby, and it'll all be linked down below. I will be more than happy to send you a personal video off of my laptop, completely unedited, with everything you need to know in that said video, and it can be yours. No charge, no nothing, just pure education for you and your college project, because I know how hard it is to find a controversial topic when they tell you don't do abortion, don't do marijuana, and I'm like, but those are important issues, and there are literally so many more positives to both of those, and trust me, there will be a marijuana topic, there will be, because marijuana does a lot more than just get you high and hungry. Like, that's the only downfall, really, of weed. And, you know, I can't stress enough on how important it is to know your rights and to get information and learn, hey, what we've been taught this entire time has been a lie, because Google has all the facts you need from actual scientists. Don't listen to the government when it comes to not only actual scientific facts, because they will never tell you the truth, because a lot of the times the government lies to you. And you should know that by now. I mean, look at us. Look at America, for instance. We are bad. Still. We never were great. And we're never gonna be great until we do something collectively together. That's why I feel the need that women need to be more vocal. I don't care what your outlooks are on abortion or not. Come together, talk about it, speak your opinions, learn the facts about it, get your history, and then come together and congregate, talk about it. Don't just knock one another over because, oh, I don't believe in it, or I completely believe in it, and here's why your opinion is wrong as a pro-lifer. No, don't do that. Come together, talk about it. See what's wrong with abortion, see what's good with abortion, see where you guys can meet up and agree on something. The more action we take, the more things get taken care of. The less action we take, the less gets taken care of. We're not trying to regress in history. We're trying to move forward and change. And it is literally up to Gen Z. And Gen Z, I applaud to you. I am actually proud now to say that I am part of you, because not only are we doing so good for the Black Lives Matter movement, we're doing really good in the Save Our Children movement. And now we have to work even harder for our ladies too. So men who are not pieces of trash, that are actually considerate of women and treat them like humans, thank you, and we need your help as well. We need to work on everything. We cannot stop. We need to help Black oppression, LGBT oppression, women's oppression, okay? I'm tired of seeing women getting treated like a piece of meat or a toy. Oh, she's one and done. On to the next one. I'm tired of seeing that. And men, quit treating your women like crap. Quit abusing them. Quit touching them when they don't want to be touched. It is not that hard to respect a human being, okay? I am a human being. Your mom's a human being. Your sister's a human being, okay? If you think about how another man touches a woman inappropriately, knowing that that could be your mama, your sister, your own daughter, think about how hurt you would be. And then think about how hurt those families are knowing that their child, their daughter, their woman that came out of their mother, how that family feels after finding out she's been raped, she's been molested, she's been trafficked. See how much that hurts you, okay? Think about it. You need to think about actions before doing them. And if you don't think, that really shows how brainless you are. And that's a message to everybody. You need to think before doing, okay? I know I tend to go off on tangents and get real emotional, and I feel like if I don't do that, I don't show that I actually am serious about this channel and serious about fixing the issues we need to fix, okay? We need to work on every aspect. We need children in 2060 to be like, that was my grandma, that was my grandfather, that saved our generation, their generation, has better hopes for the next generation. We need generations soon to come to look at textbooks of 2020 and be like, wow, they really changed the world. There's no more racism. There's no more homophobia. There's no more sexism. There's no more this. There's no more that. We need to get rid of all of that. And that's not just America, because there's stuff that goes down in other countries too that we don't know about. Because a lot of the times it doesn't get aired because it's not important until it is important. And with that, I tell you, when I say that abortion is something we need to really think about collectively and together, we have to. We can't just cancel out someone else's opinion just because we don't want to hear it. Okay? And an opinion isn't, oh, well, they're black, so I can't agree with them because their skin's darker than mine. First of all, bro, Jesus Christ is a black man, and he was Hebrew, so while you're at it, shut up. You worship a black man in the Bible. He is not white. If you read the description, it will tell you that he is not fair-skinned at all, okay? And you can't just be like, oh, well, they're gay, and that's against my religion, so nobody can be gay. No, 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 no. No, that is not how that works, okay? Religion needs to be out of that question. Let people be. Let people be who they are without needing to worry about if they're going to get murdered or not for it. Recently, there was a transgender human, okay, that got murdered, and she was a YouTuber. And I had never watched her stuff. I don't remember her name. I don't know if I can find a link. I will literally look for one and put it down below. Because she is a woman. I don't care what you think about trans people, because she's a woman. And if she wanted to have a kid, I'm pretty sure she would have been happy. But no, some idiot, some jerk, had to go and be like, very transphobic. And it's disgusting, the world we live in, and we need to change it, okay? We need to change it. And it's literally up to Gen Z, because no one else is doing anything about it. If you want to change the world, please like and subscribe, and comment down below and share our videos. Also, I went on a whole rant, and it didn't even record all of it, and I don't feel like going through it again, because it was apparently too long for the camera to take, but that's okay. But still, we need to fix this planet, we need to fix this earth, we need to fix the way humanity is, because this is our home. Earth does not belong to us, we belong to Earth, and we need to take care of it. Because not only are the humans toxic, the humans are making the planet toxic, and one day we're going to wake up and it's not going to be good for anybody. Because humans are the actual danger to this planet. It's not animals. It's humans. Humans are the only virus we need to worry about. And I think, personally, we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of all the wrong in the world, and we need to clean it up. And I personally think that if you watch these videos with a grain of salt and look at the links down below and do further research on your own, I'd be so happy to just know that you're trying to help better the world, you know? And like I said about the whole college thing, if you need a controversial topic, just come to us. We got you. Okay? If you have a specific topic you need to talk about and you've got some time, I will gladly make that video for you. Shoot me a message on Instagram or Twitter, and then I'll put them right here so you can see them. And if you need help from Andrew too, we're in this together. It's not just me. Go check him out too. I'll even link his stuff down below as well. And I know this video got real serious real quick, but they all do. And that's the point. If they don't get serious, then what's the point? We're trying to make a difference, and we can't do that being goofy. Not at all. Now, I'm going to leave you with that, because I do have to film another video for my personal channel. And, yeah, I love you all so very much, and I really hope that you take in consideration of literally every video that we'll make, and just really think about it. Because this book that you see here, I want to show you how much research I have. Literally this much, and then plus like little bits there. We are so serious about this, and I don't know how else to show you that, you know? But before this video drags on way too long, you cannot be complicit. You gotta be a little explicit. Be kind to one another, and have a little bit of a peace of mind, okay? Now, I love you all so very much, like I said, and I hope you have a good night, day, afternoon, wherever you are, and please be kind to one another, okay? Kindness is key. Bye.